Hi everyone, my name is Monica Miller and I'm a Nutrition Program Associate with the Jackson County office in Kansas City. And today we're going to be making a really easy, quick, fresh, yummy bruschetta salad from foodhero.org. I think this is a really great dish to take along, especially during the summertime. If you're having like a barbecue, you're doing a potluck, you're not going to have any problems getting people to fill their plates half up with fruit and veggies when you bring this really delicious salad. So we'll go ahead and get started. Of course, the first thing I did is I washed my hands really well, 20 seconds, warm soapy water, and then I made sure that I have all of my ingredients and all of my materials cut, measured, ready to go. There's nothing worse than getting half of your recipe and realizing that you don't have everything you need. As far as equipment goes, you really don't need a whole lot to make this. Just a cutting board. You need a nice sharp knife. This is really important when you're working with more delicate produce like the tomatoes and the basil, because you can actually bruise them. If you don't have a nice sharp knife that can smoothly cut through, you're going to be kind of like smushing it with a dull knife. So make sure you have a nice sharp knife for that. You need a big bowl to combine everything in, and of course a spoon to stir it with. And you're also going to need a measuring cup and some measuring spoons. Ingredients wise, we're going to need 3 cups of chopped Roma tomatoes. I actually was not super impressed with how the Roma tomatoes look at my grocery store, so I selected these cherry tomatoes instead. I feel like whenever it's not actually like tomato season, that for whatever reason, cherry tomatoes just tend to have a little bit better flavor. I've got half a cup of very thinly sliced red onion. If you're on the fence about putting, raw onions in a dish, go ahead and give the red onion a try because it's a little sweeter, it's a little milder, and more appropriate for eating raw in dishes than like a yellow onion or a white onion. And if you're really, really hesitant about the whole raw onion thing, you could even try a milder onion like green onions or scallions. We're gonna need 2 cups of croutons. This is when I knew that this recipe was a winner, when I saw it called for 2 cups of croutons. If you're feeling like a nutrition rock star, you could try to seek out some whole wheat croutons, or you could even make some of your own from day old whole wheat bread. We're also going to need about a 1/4 cup of basil. Fresh basil is great. If you can't find it, you could also use dried basil on this. That would be delicious too. We're going to need a tablespoon of vegetable oil. I use extra virgin olive oil, but any kind of like neutral, not very strong tasting vegetable oil that you have is going to work in this. I've got 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Again, you could use, I think red wine vinegar would be great in this dish, or in a pinch, I think even apple cider vinegar would be good. Anything that you would make like a dressing with will work in this. So, at this point, we're practically done with the recipe. Chopping up all the ingredients is really the most time-consuming part. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to first put in our tomatoes. Our red onions. And then I wanted to show you all kind of a fancy little technique you can use with the basil when you're chopping it up. It's called a chiffonade. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our basil leaves and we're just going to kind of stack them on top of each other. Put the larger leaves on the bottom. It makes this easier. We're going to roll it up kind of like a little cigar. And then again, with our very sharp knife, we're going to go in and we're going to make about 1/4, 1/8 of an inch slices going across the basil. And remember to tuck your fingers behind your knuckles so that you're protecting them. Now I have all these nice little basil ribbons that are they're just gonna distribute really well throughout the salad. So add those. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a stir before I add sort of my salad dressing ingredients. Because sometimes if you have like a big clump of one particular ingredient and then you dump your salad dressing on top, they kind of tend to stick together a little bit. So I like to just make sure everything's really well distributed before I dump in those salad dressing ingredients. Okay, that's looking really tasty. I'm going to go ahead and add my oil and vinegar. Give that a stir. My salt and pepper. And then the very last thing I'm going to add are my croutons. Now, if you're going to serve this right away, go ahead and add those croutons. But if you want to make this like a couple hours ahead of time, I would hold off on adding those croutons until right before you and your family are ready to eat. Just because if they hang out in there too long, they're going to get soggy. So same thing if you don't think you're going to eat all of this at the same time, maybe save half of the croutons for your leftovers and combine them right before you're ready to eat it. Boy, this looks so good. So there you have it. It's the bruschetta salad from foodhero.org. I hope you'll consider making this for yourself and your family.